going on, everyone, and welcome to Kart 6T3. My name is Ben. Thank you very much for stopping by. You know the drill. Real quick, if you didn't mind hitting a like on this video, possibly subscribe to the channel if you are brand new to the channel. And if you are brand new to the channel, you get to witness the very first video with a brand new mic. There's nothing quite wrong with the other mic setup, but I saw a good advertisement for this. I've seen videos of people using them, really liked it. Ask Santa Claus, say, hey buddy, hook a brother up. Santa came through for your old pal Ben here, and so I have a new mic set up and we're giving it a test now. So I did a little test, sounds a little loud, so maybe turn me down. I'm already a loud person. I said this over Christmas break to my mom's dog. I said, I'm sorry, Riley. Griffin. Ooh, that was her old dog. Griffin, I'm sorry, Griffin. I know I'm loud. I wish I could turn down the volume. Don't know. Volume knob's broken off. I'm just a passionate person when I speak. So, as always, Kart 6T3 is brought to you by TrackTac Tire Treatments. TrackTac Tire Treatments. TrackTac Tire Treatments. TrackTac Tire Treatments. Treatments for tires and tracks. I want to do the. You would think I'm a professional by now. I am not. Today's video, I get asked a lot about tire prep and newer racers, and I see your concern, and I thought we could do a video on it because I think that the world of tire prepping can be very daunting when you look at it from afar, or you're coming in and you're just seeing everything about everything. And then let me try and clarify some things for you. Okay, what do I mean? So if you read it all, if you hear people, gripe about tire prepping, tire prep's killing the sport, it's ruining, this and that. First and foremost, tire prep isn't killing the sport. It's another addition to the skill set that you kind of have to have. If tire prep is allowed at your track, which most tracks are allowed, unless there are specific rules, we've kind of gone over this before in past videos. No prep rules, tread rules, this and that, and it's fantastic. I think it's great if those classes are popping up, if you're looking for an equalizer, but as it stands, tire prep is allowed in dirt oval kart racing for the most part everywhere you go. So, I think when you're brand new, you come into the sport and you're thinking, boy, this is just, I'm way behind, don't throw up your hands. It is a skill set like any other that takes a while to get a hold of. When you start out, I wouldn't start out with any more than 1 to say 3 or 4 preps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And I always give like when people reach out, like, hey, where do I get started or anything? I'm going to talk about TrackTac because that's the line I use, but something like TrackTac PRW Orange. Just something to fire the tire off, quickly. It brings the tire in a lot quicker than having to warm it up and everything else. A wipe or two on it. Make sure, the biggest thing is getting your tires clean first. Make sure they're dry. Wipe on the prep. Go and race it. Really simple. If I'm going to recommend any prep whatsoever, it is going to be something like PRW Orange or a light type of prep. Maybe something AT2, Hot Lap 2. For those of you who don't use the TrackTac line, something very mild, something that isn't going to get into the tire too much. It's not going to soften it a ton. You only need a wipe or two to really see some benefits. Just dip your toe into it. There is no need to do your upper echelon elite drivers. I know, they're out there and they get their Max, the Maxxis series tires that when they're running on, for Max Daddy and these championships and to get their leather jackets, all that stuff, there's a process. You buy the tires, you scuff the tires, you cut the tires, you roll whatever, prep you're rolling in them, you re-roll them. I agree. I don't disagree with you. That can be daunting, but, as a new karter, it is unnecessary to shoot for the stars immediately. Come in, learn the process. Eventually, you get pretty good at it. I am no pro. I have said that a million times. I am no tire guru, but I do have a basic concept of what to run on what track or anything like that. So I guess we'll talk a little bit about that. What preps to run? Pay attention at your local track. Tracks for soft tracks, up here up north, are by far and away going to differentiate that the word? Hope I said that right. From tracks down south and what you're going to wipe on down there. You might be running something like goat, real heavy goat, or, better than goat piece, something like that, something to soften the tread up north, or on a softer type track down south. If it's real saturated, if it's real heavy, you may only need that one prep for that. And then it just determines how many wipes to give it for that night's racing. Or maybe you're on super dry stuff. Maybe you need black sand. Maybe you need black sand and acrosol as your PRW. It doesn't have to be overly complicated. Just talk to people. If, you're running a certain type of prep brand, like Track Tag, something like that, reach out to representatives. Ask them, hey, what can I run here? I really want to get into prepping. It's become a necessity now that a standard, just showing up to the tires and cleaning your tires is not enough, that I need to get into the chemical preparation of tires. Reach out to somebody like myself or whoever's brand of tire prep you are running. Say, hey, how many wipes should I do here in this circumstance? Is it just a matter of one prep, two prep? Before you get into internal rolling, before you get into cutting tires, and before you get into the whole thing that honestly costs a bit of money, just learn the basics. Learn 1, 2, 3 preps, 4 preps. I don't know. It really depends on your situation. If you just want to stick with the one, just know that, hey, if I wipe this thing 4 times with this, it gets even better, but maybe it fires it off a little too soon, and then it fades at the end of the run. Something along those lines. Just had dinner. Apparently I'm spitting food out, and sorry about that. That's gross. Anyway, I thought, with all the tire talk as of recently, the tire wars of 2025 firing up, which it seems to have calmed down after everybody got real upset real quick there. I thought I'd mention it to you. Tires are when the rubber meets the road, or the track for this instance, it really is where you put the power to the ground. It's what really separates things. The whole package is necessary: driver, chassis, setup, tires. And tires, they are what contacts, so you got to be on those things, but don't get discouraged right away. If you do not get, your tire prep right away, if you want to pay somebody to do it, you could do that too. I've never done that. I've never had people do my tires. I took the time to kind of learn what I needed. But anyway, you can do that if you want. If you have the finances to do that, that's cool. But if you're just getting into it, don't get too upset. Don't, what if I run 10% of this with this? It's just get a simple, basic setup. Track Tack offers a ton of the line. I don't always recommend it. There's no need to have everything from Track Tack, although it'd be cool if you're traveling everywhere to have more preps that would get you better hooked up on a different surface than maybe you normally run. But it truly unnecessary. Get the basics down. Learn what your cart likes, what it doesn't like as far as tires and the aggressiveness of prep that you're putting on them, and start from there. So there you go, guys. That was I kind of had this sitting back there that I wanted to. I feel bad for people coming in because it's a daunting task. Learning tires it's a big deal. And I felt the need to put out a video to explain you don't have to, go balls to the wall right off, okay? It's just little by little, 1, 2 preps maybe, just start off simple, see what they do, and then you can kind of, like with anything, that, baby steps at first, and that'll get you into running. So there you go, guys. I really do appreciate you stopping by. How'd the mic sound? This is the newer CM28. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with the other one. The Shure, I have it right here. I had this. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, got it. All right, everybody calm down. I got it. So I ran this before. Nothing wrong with it. I just like the sound of these. It seems to be a little bit louder. I don't know. We'll see. It's definitely a more efficient cost-wise. I can tell you that. So Santa didn't have to break the bank getting it to me. Anyway, sorry about all that. I get squirreled. If you haven't noticed in my videos, I get squirrely every now and again. Kart 63 is brought to you by Track Tack Tire treatments for tires and tracks. If you have any questions whatsoever about the line of Track Tack stuff, I did find out Track Tack still does make the chili oil for the engine oil in your clone or other racing engines. I've never run it. I have no experience with it. If you have had experience with it, please put it down in the comments. I could probably pin it or something like that if the person who was asking about it, if you have experience, does it actually take the temps down? I don't know. I don't run a temp gauge on the clone. It beats me if it... I'm assuming, coming from Track Tech, it is high quality, but I've never run it, so I can't speak to its abilities or not. So, but I guess that's going to be the end of the video. So I'll see you in the next one. Later.